The Home Office has won its right to appeal against the injunction granted against the Bell Hotel behind me in Epping. We've spoken to locals here today who admitted they feel unsafe and worried about their security in this town in Essex. The injunction was put in place by a judge to effectively make sure that all the migrants here, about 138 people, had left by September 12th. Now they will stay here for the foreseeable future, and we're yet to see the ramifications of this ruling. But it's seen as a huge win for the government and Home Secretary Yvette Cooper.
We allow the appeals and we set aside the injunction imposed on 19 August 2025.
Did you not say that? They're a priority over us. He's had to watch all this, stay calm. He stayed very calm because we're calm sort of people, and then they come out today and say, keep it open. It's disgusting. There's no fault for the kids that went through what they've gone through. The little girl, not just that girl, there's been other young kids followed from school for weeks before that guy come over. There's no fault for them at all. And the government wonders why everyone wants them out. Do you know what I mean? Where's the consideration? Okay, I get that not everyone in that hotel is a bad person. We're not saying that, but there's more than one. Because that guy sexually assaulted a 14-year-old, he was here 8 days. This was happening weeks before he come here. There was kids being followed from school, making really inappropriate comments, trying to get their Snapchats and stuff. So it's not just one either. There might be some lovely people in that hotel, but there's more than one that's not. And at the end of the day, how can you come out and say they should stay there? And to say that they're a priority over us, they're going to cause chaos with that comment yesterday when she said that. The Home Secretary, why did she not step in before? Do you know what I mean? And then comes out and says, oh, basically they're a priority. So now
I think it would be absolutely disgusting for the safety of the children in the area. There's been nothing but trouble. And I think it is going to cause more problem with the general public that live here as well. The best thing they can actually do is move these on. I've got nothing against the immigrants, but when they're causing trouble and problems with our children, they need to be moved on. Sent back, I don't care, but move them out of Epping. Absolutely. It is the main issue. My children are all grown, and I've now got grandchildren growing up that are going to be going to schools around here. And the last thing I want is my children growing up in this sort of environment. It's the last thing I want. My children grew up here and they were safe. We never had a worry in the world with our children growing up here and going to school here. Now, there's a fear of our children even walking out the front doors. So I just think it's best that they go. I don't care how they're feeling, I really don't. Whether people like what I'm saying or not, I don't care either.
They need to come and live here with it.
Yeah, come and live here with it. Government, come and live here with it. That's all I would say. Come and live here and see how it is. Or invite them into your homes and let them stay in your homes.
Put them all on the coach and go and drop them outside the government and say, you want them? There you go, deal with it.
So I'm very disappointed with the judgment. Having said that, having listened to what the judges have said, I don't understand why they've gone down that route.
And why can you understand that? What
because
they did. The reasoning
they picked up on some of what the previous judge had done and criticised that, and there may be some merit. It's not the end because we have the full hearing in October.
Yeah. Have you been here for previous protests?
Every protest apart from the 17th of July, because I don't think it's right that we've got unknown, illegally arrived men free to roam around, potentially committing crime. I don't see why the taxpayers are funding hotels and giving them 3 meals a day and what have you. In the original hearing, Somani Hotels stated that this was a lifeline to his business. It's not for the British taxpayer to give out lifelines to failing businesses.
I think it needs to be more secure because of what's happened with the school children and that sort of thing. So I think it needs to be more secure. I know they need somewhere to live. But I think the government needs to, preempt things and get people back, instead of yes. I think the government needs to get their act together. I think they're being a bit lax, really.